Somewhere in your life, there is a person who hurt you, and somehow you still defend them, not to their face, in your head. Quietly, they didn't mean it, they were going through something. It wasn't really their fault. You've probably never asked yourself the real question underneath all of that. Why does your brain protect the people who hurt it? Let's call her Sana. Sana had a friend for almost 9 years, and in those 9 years, that friend canceled on her more times than she could count, borrowed money she never returned, and once in front of a room full of people made a joke at Sana's expense that left her silent for the rest of the night. If you asked Sana to describe that friendship, she wouldn't lead with any of that. She'd tell you about the one time that friend showed up. The one good year. The one moment of loyalty buried somewhere in 9 years of damage. Everyone around her could see the pattern. Sana couldn't, or maybe she could, and she just wasn't allowed to look directly at it. Here's what almost nobody understands about this. Your brain does not remember relationships accurately. It remembers them usefully. And useful does not mean true. It means whatever keeps you attached, whatever keeps the bond intact, whatever protects you from a much scarier realization that someone you trusted, someone you built years with, might not have deserved any of it. Psychologists call part of this cognitive dissonance. Your mind cannot hold two conflicting beliefs at once. This person hurt me, and I gave this person my loyalty without feeling something close to panic. So instead of holding both, it quietly edits one of them. It doesn't erase the pain, it relabels it. They didn't mean it, it's complicated, I probably overreacted. You are not being naive when you do this. You are being protected by the same mind that is also, in a strange way, betraying you. But there's a second reason, a deeper one, and this is the one nobody talks about. Some of the people who hurt you the most were also, at some point, your source of safety. A parent, a first love, a best friend from childhood. The brain does not easily let go of anyone it once filed under safe. Even after the evidence changes, the label often doesn't. Because updating that label means admitting the place you once ran to for comfort is now a place that causes harm, and very few minds want to process that in real time. So it protects them instead of protecting you. Not because you're weak. Because loyalty, once wired in early enough, behaves less like a choice and more like a reflex. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable, so stay with me. This is exactly why the people who cause the deepest damage in someone's life are rarely strangers. Strangers don't get protected. Strangers don't get excused. It's almost always someone who was let in first, trusted first, loved first, and that order matters more than anything they did afterward. Think of the one memory you still soften when you tell it. The one story where you leave out the worst part, or add but right after the painful bit. They yelled at me, but they were stressed. They lied to me, but they apologized eventually. They left, but I understand why. That but is not forgiveness. It's your brain protecting a bond it's not ready to lose. So how do you actually break this? Not by hating them. Hate keeps the bond just as active as love, does it just burns differently. You break it by doing something much quieter and much harder. You tell the story exactly as it happened. No softening, no but. Just the facts, in order, out loud or on paper, without editing them to protect anyone, including yourself. They hurt me, repeatedly, and I stayed because leaving felt more frightening than staying. That sentence alone will feel heavier than anything you've said about them in years. And that heaviness is not a bad sign. It's the sound of your mind finally being allowed to see clearly, without a filter standing between you and the truth. So ask yourself, honestly, whose story have you been quietly editing? Whose damage have you been calling complicated because hurtful felt too dangerous to say out loud? Because the moment you stop protecting them is the moment you finally start protecting yourself.